everybody, it's Territory Manager Emily Carolan and Field Agronomist Ryan Bates in Western Wisconsin, and today we're evaluating soybean stand establishments. So Ryan, first thing, what's the first thing that we do as we're evaluating these stands?
Yeah, the first thing you do is need to get out of the truck and get out in the field and actually look at something in the field. Things can look great from the road or from the tractor cab, but really getting out, even if you're spraying it, getting out and getting down at the ground level is going to be a great indicator of what actually your stand looks like, especially if the beans start getting up. You know, first thing we need to do is get some type of stand count. We need to get out there with a tape measure looking at stand count. We need to get out there with a hula hoop in those narrow rows. The UW Wisconsin's got that handy dandy bean cam to help with their stand counts. Anything that gives us an idea of what our stands are. And I always like to take a look at and compare what our stands are versus what our seeding rates are to see, you know, what's our success rate of those seedings and plant conditions. Residue here in this no-till field is going to make a big differentiator in there, but we need to somehow get an idea of what our stand is out in that field, across that field, to get an idea of how good we were at planting, and then any considerations we may have if we want to fill in anything.
Okay, so I mean, how low is too low? We've evaluated stands here these first couple of weeks as soybeans are popping out of the ground, but I mean, you got to get pretty low on your population or on your stand to really replant anything, though, right?
Absolutely. You know, we've came a long ways to learn a lot more about soybean population, where we need to start cutting off and starting to replant. You know, usually we used to think, you know, you got to have all these plants out there scattered across the field to really hit that maximum yield or get good percentage of that yield. You know, data coming out of Sean Connolly at the UW Wisconsin's coming out 50,000, 55,000 is a minimum you need to have out here before you need to be considering replant. So that's a really low. You know, you got to look for, is it real gappy? Is there drowned out areas or spots that make sense to replant? Or is it just get more gappy here and there, some trash interfering here, and then the rest of the stand looks good? You know, things like that, that's bringing it down low. We take those considerations. You know, you got a gappy stand like this. You know, if we're sitting here at 60,000, we're going to leave that stand alone. We're still setting ourselves up to have probably 90% of our yield potential out there. You know, we're shooting for 100,000 plants per acre, but you know, down to 50,000, we still have, you know, 80-90% of our yield potential out there. So we need a low stand. If it is below there, need to fill in, go between rows, don't tear that stand up, fill those in where you need to, put a full similar maturity and full seeding rate in there to fill in, and hopefully you have a successful stand, adequate stand. Hopefully your replant is minimal or filling's minimal, so we can have a profitable, high yield harvest in 2018 here.
That concludes this Pioneer Growing Point Agronomy video podcast. Visit our page on pioneer.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more agronomy insights.